Hello, YouTube. We are back with the last of our EX-5 locals match play. So, this was done at Sully's Abode. As I said in previous videos, this is the locals that we go to every Thursday. So if you're in the Chicagoland area and want to meet us, check us out, or just hang out with some cool people, we're here every Thursday at 6:30. Otherwise, the shop's got a ton of different local scenes: One Piece, Shadowverse, Vanguard, Pokemon, the whole gambit. So feel free to check them out if you're interested. But here we have Anthony playing, I don't even know what to call it, man. It's Darrell named it 50 card deck, which I think is very fitting. To be fair, like, all jokes aside, like, the idea is definitely there. Like, Anthony, like, I hear you, man. I hear you, brother. Like, I am definitely interested in cooking a list for this. I think it's a really interesting concept. It utilizes, you'll see it, but it utilizes, like, Leo and Sukamon. So it's kind of like a mix of those two ideas, and it's interesting. You know, I think there's an idea behind it for sure. He's going against myself, who's playing the Beels mommy on the left side, and mommy was not very happy with me today, but it was an experience. But yeah, this does cap it up, like I said. So be looking forward to more BT15 content moving forward. We will have our socials in the video description down below. Our Twitter, our Instagram, our Discord, our TCG player affiliate, as well as our YouTube premium membership. We will also throw the link to Sully's like TCG player / like website in the video description as well. They do sell singles, so if you're looking for singles and want to support their store, go right ahead. It'll be there. But yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into the round over here.
Get into the game. Let's see what this 50 card deck can do.
But yeah, I mean, I think Beelstar, I wanted to play something fun. I was between this and Cross before coming in, but I just felt like Beels was something I've always wanted to play. I finally got my playset of Beelstars like when I was in LA trading for stuff, so I was just like, you know what, to hell with it, you know, let's try this out, let's give it a go. I've played Cross plenty of times already, so figured it wouldn't hurt. But yeah, it's a deck that I just feel like struggles with consistency. It feels like Beelstar is less of a focus, and you're focusing on like a less efficient Guru package.
Yeah, and it could be, you know, either of us not knowing how to play the deck at maximum efficiency. But
I would not put it past that.
Yeah, for me, it feels extremely bricky. And sometimes you just don't have the pieces that you're looking for.
Ooh, I hit a Chikuri. No.
Yeah, you see you swing.
Immediately punished for being aggressive. But then we go into the Were X for 3 just to choke to 1. And here I'm just like, you know what? Like, at least hopefully I can get my body to stick. If he dies, he dies. Like, it is what it is. But we see Anthony, and I'm like, okay, well, okay, so much for that. So much for that idea. That's my stack just goes away. Dude, Digivolves me and goes into heavy Leo, which will bottom deck is 6k DP or less.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay.
Heavy Leo's on board.
Heavy Leo is on board. I have only 2 options that I can use. I have the
Actually, you used two bounce cards already, or discarded 2 bounce cards.
So I pick up the Guru. I am allowed to pitch another card, thankfully. So go ahead and do that. But here, yeah, it was a nail bone. And here I'm like, well, the Gabu's probably going to go away. Yeah. Let me just get some more cycle.
Yeah,
and I think I had a Guru X in hand. So I'm like, I don't want to go into that in the back. So let me just like, he's going to lose. Let me just get some extra draw power and then just set up for next turn. Does hit a Rivals, which is unfortunate for Anthony. Reveals a Suka off of the Pagu to keep the hand. And the Heavy Leo's on deletion effect, he allows to just play himself back out.
Yep, and then he should get his on play to suspend something. I don't know if he gets any effect. I don't remember the card super well, just because I've only played against the stack against Heavy Leo decks a couple times. But I thought it when it didn't bottom anything, it trashed the top security.
But I'm starting to do some feel good things. I go into Warguru, swing, I do Gabu things to like start sending out my trash, and then I get ultimate flared, and then it dies.
Yep.
Because I'm like, okay, I can do some things here. I was like, I can do my thing. I can swing, and then I got like my Beelstar ready to go, and I got a heavy metal or heavy storm. I'm like, all right, we can do it. Nope. I get ultimate flared.
Yep.
And here I'm like, okay, well, we play out the Imp, which I have in this deck mainly just because it allows you to pitch a card, and you don't necessarily have to pick up a card. So I can just like pitch to set up my trash a little bit. He swings, bottom decks the Impmon, so he's just bye-byes.
And it also lets you pick up an, is it a 1 and a 7 cost, or
it's a Demon Lord or like 3 Musketeers. So like I don't run Calling in my deck because I'm just like I don't really have the space for it. So I figured this was like a good substitute. Just like hard play it for 3, pitch something, and pick up a Beelstar.
Yeah.
Because there definitely been times where I'm just like, wait. But there's the Gulch.
Vault.
It's there. We do pop all things 7 or less. The King Suka has protection. So he's able to kind of declare that sort of decoy effect in a sense. He swings heavy Leo, hits a mat, restands because nothing got bottom decked.
Yeah, Anthony choked to 1.
Goes ahead and just plays another Suka. So here I promote. I gain a memory off of the mat because it is a Gabumon in name, and not necessarily just a Gabu. So the Gabu does get me some draw and some memory.
And that does let you do Gabumon or Gurumon in name.
And then we just got a Tekken Gabumon next time.
Yep. Gabu Beelstar. Beelbon.
We're going to the Guru X, start to try to set up trash a little bit more. I'm counting out how many I have, but I'm just like, I don't know what I can do. But I think here I'm like, okay, like this is what we can do. We go ahead, swing.
Yeah.
And we hit a heavy Leo, which kills the Beelstar, which gets me another one in trash. But at that point I had 10 and now I have 11. So like if I were to play a Beelstar, it's a 1 cost. Yeah. I go ahead, swing, and do Gabu's thing.
Yeah.
And we let it go through, and then I pitch 2 to keep it alive. Because my plan was if it dies, I pitch. If he blocks, I pitch. And then I go ahead and play a Beelstar for 1. And I go ahead and use
Beelstar for 1.
Metal Storm to bounce, restand the Guru X, and swing for game.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
So like that's what you would want to do. The next game that you guys will see is what actually happened the rest of tonight, which was just a lot of pain.
Yeah, it's understandable. Yeah, the Metal Storm to restand Guru was pretty solid.
Which like as I was making this deck, which I kind of was referring to, and I was actually like talking to on Discord, one of the guys, he actually ended up getting top 8 in Oceania. And I was kind of like picking his brain a little bit. And the Metal Storm, I feel like was really good because like he was saying like, I really just focus on the Guru engine and like go from there.
That's really what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
Is when the deck has always felt its strongest to me when the Guru engine is doing work. Because the times where I don't see it, I feel so much pain. If it's the Beelstar engine I'm seeing, I'm like, please, I want to play a different deck.
And here, also too, I set up everything, and then as I like set up secure, I was like, wait a second, I didn't even check if I wanted to mulligan, but I didn't want to be like, can I actually mulligan? My hand was kind of doo-doo. It was like Impmon and 4 options.
Yeah.
But at that point, I'm like, yeah, just play out the Impmon. I can trash a card to set up and hope I draw into stuff, which I'm like, okay, Gabu X, something.
Gabu X is solid.
Something. And then I have like a Melga Ace, a Beelstar, and 2 options. I'm like, okay, well, I can't do anything there, so just pass.
It looks like you did the Guru classic, which is draw the
Yeah.
Gabumon after you from an X. We see Anthony just setting up some more. He said Sanamaki. It looks like he's missing a level 6 because he just has the BT8 Greymon.
Yeah. I go ahead and swing with the Gabu because I'm like, look, I have less than 6. I can promote swing and draw for the Sunamon, hoping I would get into something, and I just draw another option. I'm like, okay, well, that's not
just to draw the card.
Not helping me.
Yeah.
But Anthony's able to swing twice because he's not bottom decking, so Heavy Leo restands, and he's just starting to whiteboard at this point to guarantee himself the win, which is fair.
Yeah.
And here we see a Gabu and still nothing. Beelstar is going to be really expensive if I hard play her. And he also has the Sukas on board, which allow him to like decoy, so he can like kind of diverge that one pop effect to a Suka. So then I'm like, okay, I think I lost. So I just go ahead and play out an Impmon to choke to 1 in hopes that something would happen.
Yeah, he has 4 bodies. You're hoping that Beelstar has Beelstar security.
And Beelstar security is... Oh, look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Rivals. We get a turn. And he just passes. I'm like, okay, we're cooking.
Yeah.
Look at us go. We swing. I can't even draw because I have more than 6 in hand at this point.
You can't play anything.
And then I'm like, okay.
Fortunate.
Well, we play Beelstar for the full cost of... And we pop the Suka. And he just swings. But yeah, I mean, I think this is like what Anthony's deck is really about. It's like getting into the Heavy Leo, and then utilizing the Suka mechanic to like reduce whatever you have on field or your opponent has on field to like a poop token basically, and then using Heavy Leo's effect to just bottom deck everything and like keep swinging. And if it dies, well then he just comes right back out.
Yeah, there's very, very few protections against being turned into a Suka token, right?
I don't think there's any.
Yeah. Well, I mean, aside from like protection from Digimon effects.
True.
Yeah. Which they'll still be a token if it persists into their turn. That effect falls off. But yeah, there's really not a whole lot you can do. We see another Guru classic. No non-X antibody cards in hand. And no level 4s to Digivolve into.
So we go ahead and poke. I'm like, okay, let's get some poke damage. We do the Guru for 2. I'm like, okay, like I'm okay with this one because I'm like, okay, the Gabu X protection is there. I can at least guarantee myself hopefully 2 checks if I don't hit an option. If it dies, it dies, but that'll get him down to 2 security, which, you know, I'm totally okay with right now.
He's got the same idea, just like keep chipping away. Keep making it difficult for the opponent. Really, like,
we swing Weregar, do Gabu's effect to draw 1, pitch 1, and then pitch 1 to restand.
Crashing a Rivals and another 7 cost purple, I think.
Yeah, we go ahead and swing. Going to Were X to bounce because we have a Wereguru in the Inheritables, and then we are able to swing again.
Yep.
He does live, which is like crazy for me.
Oh my god, the boy's
doing things, but here is sort of like, okay, well, can't do a whole lot, so we just end up passing because I'm like, I'm not gonna give him any more memory than I need to.
Yeah.
He has the tie already, which is like at that point just. You know, I had a Gabu, I think, or a level 3, and like, do I play the level 3? But then I'm like, if he like just gets rid of it, I like lose out on a stack.
Yeah.
So I might as well just keep it. And I can play some mind games here too and be like, do I have the Melga Ace or not? You choose.
That's always tough for my fault. Like it's for people who played against Guru, like you know, you're always worried about that Melga Ace, because if it happens and it blows you out of the game, you feel so bad about it.
He Gaia's, which de-digivolves me again, but I'm able to use my battle protections to keep my Guru alive, which is unfortunate. Otherwise, I feel like he is in a relatively good position.
Yeah, he's able to clear you here.
But here, I'm just, okay, we big boy now. We do Wereguru. Do it again.
Swing, discard a card, and
Which-
then hopefully
It's a
something-
Chikuri, which de-digivolves it, and then I'm still live, and I'm thinking about what I was like. Wait, what do I do?
Yeah. He doesn't have blocker, unfortunately. Oh, but then you just, or did
I
he
don't
have
know.
blocker? I don't actually know.
Oh
know.
no, he did have blocker. The level 3 gave it blocker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I just decided to Kikaitis.
Yeah.
Wait, could I have Kikaitis?
Um.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
you
of the
have a
Gabu
Gabu.
X. Yeah.
Abu in the back.
Which is unfortunate because now he doesn't have a level 3 Inheritable to give blocker. His only hope is to go into like an Andromon, but unable to see that. Goes to Heavy Leo, which gets rid of the stack, but doesn't take care of the body that's coming out right now. So
There's no blocker.
no
And
blocker, and we
pretty
did it.
Yeah. He did it.
Beelstar did it. Now
It-
I'm
it
gonna
didn't-
retire this deck for good.
Nice.
No.
It's an interesting deck from Anthony. Anthony is a very good deck builder.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what the final version of this deck looks like. But it definitely looks like it could use tuning. And I know he was talking about it earlier tonight, where he said he still needed some pieces. Like I think he was missing Heavy Leos and Monzemon.
Yeah, I
So-
think he was debating on Monze mainly for like the Suka, but I mean, I think the concept of this is definitely like valid. Like it's definitely an interesting deck that I'm afraid to see what he cooks up with because I know I'm gonna be on the receiving end of that.
Brother, we're all
But yeah, I'm excited to see what he cooks up. Like you said, just a great player and a great deck builder in general. As we've seen with his machine builds, his blue flare builds. So definitely something to watch out for. I know some people have been clamoring for his machine Dramon profile, so we'll maybe kind of piggyback onto him and Jose together next week.
we'll
So yeah,
see.
be on the lookout for that.
I know
but-
he does. He posts a lot in the Discord.
Mhm.
So like Ben was saying earlier, the Discord's a really good way to get in touch with us and the players who play at our locals. If you're a fan of them, yeah, and I know he's shared at least a couple deck lists for
Right.
Machine Dramon.
Right. So definitely more incentive to join the Discord, which, like I said before, is in the link tree down below, along with all of our socials. Thank you all for tuning in. You know, hopefully you guys enjoyed what you saw and what you've seen from this past weeks of locals. If you're new and checking out the channel for the first time, like I said, hopefully you've seen enough to convince yourselves to keep joining us and subscribe to us. We really would appreciate it. And for those of you who are always tuning in, interacting with us, commenting on our videos, trolling us, whether it's on Discord or in the comments or both, you know, just thank you. You know, we really appreciate everybody who's been showing the support over the past few months. It really, you know, it really does mean a lot to every one of us. So thank you for all of that. And, you know, just to wrap it up, as we've always done before, we will see ya
Can I
on the
say it?
flippy flip. Go.
We'll see ya on the flippy flip.
Bye-bye.
Bye.